Hello, my name is Galit Paysechov. I am a graduate student at Professor Sigal Zilchamano's Psychotherapy Research Lab. Findings from the past 5 decades of empirical research suggest that the working alliance between a patient and therapist is the most consistent predictor of treatment outcome. A stronger alliance is significantly associated with better treatment outcome. The alliance affects treatment outcome through processes of ruptures and repairs, which are commonly classified into two main types: confrontation and withdrawal. Unnoticed and unresolved ruptures are associated with deterioration of the alliance and dropout, but when identified and resolved, ruptures are significantly associated with better treatment outcome. The literature has suggested several candidates as potential markers of the alliance. For example, a recent study found that a rise in oxytocin during the session may serve as a marker of confrontational ruptures. One of the promising candidates is the nonverbal synchrony between patient and therapist, defined as the movement coordination between interacting partners irrespective of their postures or gestures. It was found to play an essential role in establishing prosocial behaviors, rapport, affiliation, and the development of adaptive emotion regulation. It has also been viewed as a marker for the establishment and maintenance of the therapeutic relationship. It is possible that changes in nonverbal synchrony are involved in the processes of alliance ruptures, hence may be helpful in detecting them. There have been inconsistencies in the findings regarding the association between nonverbal synchrony and the alliance. The aim of this study is to examine how processes occurring within the therapeutic relationship are related to the nonverbal synchrony between patient and therapist. This association may take 3 forms. A. Nonverbal synchrony may signal a general tension or deterioration in the alliance, in which case both confrontational and withdrawal ruptures are associated with nonverbal synchrony. B. Nonverbal synchrony may serve as a marker of alliance but may not be sensitive to changes in alliance during the sessions, such as ruptures, in which case neither confrontational nor withdrawal ruptures are associated with nonverbal synchrony. And C. Similarly to the findings in the oxytocin study, only confrontational ruptures are associated with nonverbal synchrony, perhaps signaling an increase in arousal during a confrontational rupture. This study is a part of a larger ongoing RCT comparing supportive and supportive expressive therapy for major depressive disorder. We focused on patients with MDD due to findings suggesting that the role of nonverbal synchrony may be particularly pronounced in this population. The study included 75 patients and 8 therapists. Patients received 16 weekly 15-minute sessions of supportive expressive therapy. The present study included analysis of 6 sessions from each patient, sessions 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. Ruptures were assessed using the Rupture Resolution Rating System, an observational system for coding ruptures and resolutions. Each identified rupture was coded as confrontational or withdrawal. Nonverbal synchrony was measured using motion energy analysis. Motion energy was defined as the difference in pixel values between consecutive video frames. Results showed that higher levels of state-like confrontation ruptures predicted higher levels of nonverbal synchrony. The trait-like effect of these ruptures was not significant. The state and trait-like effects of withdrawal ruptures were not significantly associated with nonverbal synchrony over the course of treatment. To illustrate the findings of the data analysis, we conducted descriptive analysis of one case from the ongoing RCT. The patient, Mark, is a married man in his 40s. He works in the field of engineering. He has been suffering from depressive episodes since late adolescence. At intake, he had a score of 19 on the Hamilton Rating Scale of Depression, indicating a severe level of depressive symptoms. He also showed high levels of distress in interpersonal relationships and high levels of attachment anxiety and attachment avoidance. Emily, the therapist, is an experienced female clinical psychologist in her 30s. As can be seen in Figure 1, sessions 1 through 4 included a small number of confrontation ruptures and lower levels of nonverbal synchrony. During sessions 5 through 7, however, Mark rose the concern that the therapy isn't helping him and blamed Emily in a non-collaborative manner, which manifested as confrontation ruptures. Emily tried her best to maintain an empathic, validating, and accepting position by walking on eggshells around Mark while trying to address the issues he had brought up. However, she struggled to reach Mark. If we zoom in into session 6 in figure 2, which included a substantial number of ruptures, we can see how confrontational ruptures between patient and therapist are accompanied by higher levels of nonverbal synchrony. Our findings suggest that in psychotherapy for MDD, nonverbal synchrony has the potential to serve as a marker of confrontational ruptures in the alliance. When there are many confrontational ruptures, there is an increase in the level of nonverbal synchrony between patient and therapist. One of the potential explanations for this finding is that nonverbal synchrony between patient and therapist can function as a social glue. Movement coordination of interacting partners reflects not only the level of affiliation and rapport between them, but can also be a means of achieving affiliation when the quality of their relationship is weak. Therapists may seek higher levels of nonverbal synchrony with patients when the level of the alliance between them is poor, and there are many ruptures. Higher levels of synchrony may also be viewed as moments where the therapist's attention was more strongly focused on micro-processes occurring at the interpersonal level, signaling that they are fully present with the patient. One way of interpreting these findings is to regard ruptures in the alliance as opportunities for significant therapeutic work in psychotherapy, which may have positive consequences in the longer term. The findings may suggest the promising potential of nonverbal synchrony to serve as a marker of the ruptures occurring within the alliance between patients and therapists. It may serve to identify and assess confrontation ruptures, giving the opportunity to repair them. If additional future studies support these findings, it will be possible to develop an in-session automatic live feedback system that would provide feedback to therapists and patients on their nonverbal markers of rupture in the alliance. This will provide information on state-like development of ruptures throughout the session. A feedback system could benefit both ongoing clinical practice and new therapists in training. Thank you for listening.